moving on to topic number 2, Connor, your first penny of the day. Another bit of a downer, but we're gonna move on. It's gonna be a downer, and then a who cares, and then something exciting. So stick with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Who cares for that third story?
Yeah, who
Eat
cares?
your words. You're gonna eat your words. But
I'm sure I will.
Warner Bros. Multiverse to shut down online services. Platform fighter Multiverse's online functions will cease on May 30th upon conclusion of the soon-to-start Season 5 and be delisted from online stores, prompting outrage from fans. Season 5 starts tomorrow. Starts tomorrow. And this is what they're hitting their fans with. Multiverse's director...
Why the fuck would I buy it if nobody else can buy it?
Isn't it free? Is it still...
I think it's like a $20 game, isn't it?
Yeah, they change stupid things.
They're gonna delist it at the end of Season 5, so even if you like it, you can't even fucking play it?
You can play offline if you have it already, but yeah.
Fucking hell.
It makes no goddamn sense. Multiverse's director and co-founder of developer Player First Games, PFG, Tony Hun, I'm assuming those are silent. I think the Y is most likely silent,
right.
I'm going to say. Took to X, formerly Twitter, writing, quote, "While I'm sad about the outcome, I will forever be grateful for the opportunity given to us by Warner Bros. Games and to each and every developer on the Player First Games and WB Games team. Also to every IP holder, thank you for entrusting us with your babies. We hope we made the characters true to themselves and felt authentic to your fans. I couldn't be prouder of the work the PFG team did," end quote. In the same post, Hun goes on to apologize for, quote, "not addressing things sooner," while urging restraint in reactions to the shutdown, insinuating threats have been made towards staff. Quote, "I know that this is painful for everyone, and I know every member of PFG feels it too, but I have to call this out. You're entitled to what you say and think, but when there are threats to harm, it's crossing the line," end quote. In a 2024 financial call with Warner Bros. President, CEO David Zaslav, a.k.a. The Devil, and Chief Financial Officer Gunnar...
He didn't write that?
No, I did not.
That was an ad-lib.
And Chief Financial Officer Gunnar Wiedenfels. They stated an extra $100 million was added to the $200 million write-down. Quote, "We took another $100 million plus impairment due to the underperforming releases, primarily Multiverses this quarter, bringing total write-down year-to-date to over $300 million in our games business. A key factor in this year's studio profit declined," Weidenfeld said. Multiverses began in early access in June 2022, only to be temporarily removed in June of 2023, massively upsetting fans, particularly those who have spent money on microtransactions. The full game would be released on May 28, 2024, with peak player count in May being 114,403 players. That would dwindle to 1,126 players by January 2025. Peak player count prior was 153,044. So the big thing that happened with Multiverse...
Still doing better than Concord.
They are. Not a high bar. And that game closed in 2 weeks, so this just floated you for a little bit.
It's a good game. It was your fault.
Yeah, and marketing and current inability to read markets. But aside from that, they made probably one of the... We've had some of the biggest blunders in the games industry happen in only the past couple of years. One of them was, while Multiverses was doing good, people were spending money on the game, opinion was high, they took it off early access. Early access being the entire reason why you can have a game be released, but updated as you go on. They decided to do that behind closed doors, completely ruining the momentum that game had. And by the time it came back, it just never held that player base in the same way the game had remained prior to that. It confounded everybody at the time, and clearly removing it didn't save the game. It's failing now, and
I think this result was inevitable, but like they didn't do themselves any favors.
They did not, and once again, what could have happened, we'll never know, because they took it off and, screwed over their goodwill.
Just the story could have been one of, oh man, Multiverse, great success when it started, and then, it faded and, eventually had to shut down. There's plenty of stories like that. Knockout City is one of like, hey, we saw great success, but it's time to close it down. We're moving on. That could have been this game's story, but instead they took it offline, and so now the story is, oh, you fucked up.
And if you had kept it on, you would have still at least had money coming in from it, even if it's not performing as well.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been not making any money, only to come out the oven still underperforming. The game didn't get worse by all accounts. There's probably, I'm not too in depth into the fan beliefs and how microtransactions work. Obviously, they were upset when it was first taken off the store. Many people are probably upset now that they'll no longer be able to do anything with it. But I don't know if the general player base was dissatisfied with the state of the game, or if it really is just because people had lost interest due to it being removed. While I don't know that, Warner Bros., they've made also some questionable decisions recently, such as the Wile E. Coyote film that everyone seemed to have wanted and was excited about. They canceled it for a tax
video
write-off.
game they've put out in the last 4 years.
Yes, they have not done themselves any service whatsoever.
Remember when Shadow of War didn't really perform that well, and so WB was looking to sell off their games department to somebody, and then the story is that the offers that they got back inspired them to keep going. So then we got Gotham Knights, and then we got Suicide Squad, and then we got Multiversus, and then we got something else that they've done in the last couple of years or whatever, and all of those are failures. Wow. You really nailed it, Zaslav. Thanks. You could have just made a quick buck and moved on. You're definitely not getting the same shit now. Well, no, you got Batman. You're still getting the same shit. Yeah, this is unfortunate. We do need to pause and say it is absolutely unacceptable to levy any type of threat of violence or harm to people who are not in control of these decisions. And, being a good person would cause me to say it's not good to threaten harm or enact harm on anybody. I really like Luigi, man.
I knew you were gonna fucking say.
He's a great character.
Just one note pony.
He's great, green hat. It's so great. I love Luigi.
Well,
I like to play as him in the Mario games when I can play as him. When I played Mario Wonder, I played as Luigi.
I hope the people that are complaining about these guys are not fans of Luigi. I hope they don't kill anybody. That's what I was trying to say.
I hope they don't kill anybody. I would not wish death on any random person, Connor. That would be cruel. Especially someone who was working in a studio and who was just trying to put in their best efforts. Like, no, you shouldn't threaten any form of violence on them. That's a bad thing to do.
Do you know who else was in their studio doing the thing you just said they were doing?
Huh.
I can't word it again.
What are you saying?
I was gonna bring it to the guy, the freak that was stealing breast milk from the fridge at Blizzard, but that's an old story now, and he's probably
these are definitely clips that in 10 years are going to work against me. These are 100% are clips that are working against me in 10 years.
And they might work against you now.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm small enough to where I can get away with it.
Mm-hmm. That guy doesn't. What's he doing? He's got a dog. That's the most significant thing about him. Who cares?
Shout out Phil in the chat.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Random. Oh, you did. Yeah.
Random. Yeah, no, I would not wish death on any random person. That's not cool. That's not okay. That's a person. Anyways, this sucks. I don't foresee WB's games branch having much success in the near future. I don't, which is very scary because they're one of the biggest publishers in the game. So that would be very, very unfortunate. I would also extra hate it if they sold it off finally and it went to a Tencent or Embracer or Embracer might be done actually. Or, but if it went, to someone like that, that would also really, really suck to see. I'm hoping for the best for the employees and for everybody involved whose livelihood depends on these giant decisions. But it's hard to turn a ship around, and this ship has set sail a while ago.
Mm-hmm. We're off into the mainland, into the mist.